Good afternoon, everybody. Ed Kennett from Red Belly Sports. I'll do a very quick run through on today's betting. I think it'll be interesting, a lot more than it was last time, so hang around because I'm not just going to tell you how good we are. It's not the point. I'm trying to just give people a little bit of insight into how and why and we do things on the day. Race one at Eagle Farm. Pretty much when I see that, I'm not real excited. Our figures have come out, so we've got a fairly compressed sort of market. It resembled the physical market in lots of ways, and that young horses with a tremendous amount of improvement in them never makes it particularly appealing. So, in the end, I did tell members these are the four horses you want to be on. Miss Kindleman won. I wasn't on, and I was happy not to be honest. And it wasn't really value; it was just on the money. So that was how we started. Race two, I was a little bit concerned here, I must say, because top-rated I'm a Sculptor was always going to be back, but it's a very good run-on horse. Gamblestown's the best horse in the race. Been out of form. Spur Leger hits the line very, very strongly, and so on and so on. Bretan's better at 1600. Flamboyant was going to be the leader, but didn't get to a price. So we're on these three along with Crooked Stick. Now, we didn't win the race. We didn't look like we were going to win the race because in this particular event, it was just straight to the lead and off you go for Flamboyant. So pretty much no horse made ground in the race, and yeah, I got penalised, and so did the members. 2.2 units down or spent, and none back in. So yeah, not good. Straight away after that, no Betfair's down, couldn't get bets on. I decided to stay out of all the races whilst that was the case, advising members that I can't really, put together strategies when I haven't got the intel from Betfair. It's just too difficult. So we would have lost this race here for sure. Would have been down even further. But then, look what happened. There were some good overlays here in this race here. Of course, the winner, Feltree, we had 12s, I was betting 19s, and Terranado was even an overlay as well. So, we would have been on that, and plenty of members would have been through reading the rating sheet. When we went to race five, once again, Betfair's still down, and this one really hurt because, hurt me, didn't hurt members, but, Body Babe, double overlay. We would have been on all of these here, probably nearly all of them. Wouldn't have been on Madotti because of the barrier 2 getting back along the inside, but probably would have been on the rest. Would have only spent 1.8 and would have got back like 10 or 11 units. So that's cost us a poultice, that race, but it is what it is, so there's not much you can do. When we went to the sixth, well, we didn't go to the sixth, did we? I advised members to back this horse. I suggested that that it'd be a big turnaround by Ned's Link today. My reasoning behind it was simple. This horse has been a little bit unfortunate. It doesn't win much, but it's been in races where it's drifted back a long way. There've been no pace on up front. Leaders have been spreading away, making it look very ordinary. But I did say today, the thing is, it's going to be small field. It's going to be closer to the lead, less horses to negotiate through, and therefore it nearly top rated, and they bet a very good price. So some members were happy. I wasn't. I've missed now 3 winners in a row just about. Get to race 7. We're on 4 horses here. These and Bruley. Now, I was happy to be on Endless Days, even though it was going to be back because it was a wide barrier. Sellerman was just on its price, not much fat in it. Inside barrier going forward, happy. Charlie River going forward, outside barrier, happy. Brule, wider barrier, off mid, happy. Put together a strategy, decided that I'd let Sellerman go around just as a saver or a little bit more, mainly because there wasn't much fat in the price. Rated 8, betting 9, and there was more fat in these here. So anyway, that's the way it was. As it turns out, Brule did lodge a protest, and I think it should have been upheld personally if you go back and look at it, but it's not often they They let Chris Waller lose a trophy and a bit of cash. So yeah, race 7 we got our money back. Went into race 8. Look, in the morning, Ascadillia was 250, I think. We had at 370. The market started to catch up. I think what they cottoned onto that it was okay to be out wide to get to that very fast lane along the fence. So I ended up saving on Ascadillia because I could actually visualise that happening. The other horses we were on were Miss Covergirl. Even though it won, we didn't win as much as we should have here. They were betting 26 freely all day just about, and I was dumbly waiting till 10 minutes out, and by that time it was into 18, 17, and yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't worry. 1.7 spent, 5.4 back. Race 9. Now, like this race, it's very clear where Into the Red was going to get to. Very clear to me, perfect. It's going to have like first shot down that outside lane, so happy to be on that. You can see these red marks I'd put here for the barriers for members to see. Mogador, that's a good idea. Didn't like the fact that they were going to be on the inside late in the day, so I'll let those slide through. Mogador wasn't an overlay anyway. Tina Molina, was happy to be on it, out of that barrier. I did actually say about this horse down here that it can be a drama in the barriers, and it did it again. Played up, they couldn't get it in, so it was a late scratching. Anyway, as it turns out, we've outlaid 1.75, got back 7. It was terrific, and we're really on a roll. We're really doing some good things. Going into race 10, put some stuff on Red Belly Facebook. If you haven't gone to Red Belly Facebook and liked the page, I think you should. I'll tell you why you should, because that'll give you a notification every time we lodge a video, and I do a lot of video work like I'm doing here, especially on races. So yeah, go to Red Belly Facebook, click like, and be part of the game. It's free. I love Sold for a Song, not so much Sarista. I penalised Sarista. I mean, on ratings, there wasn't much between them. Sarista was actually in front. Penalised, and I did it for one reason here. I saw Zaritza on the inside, and I saw Soul for Song on the outside, and I said this morning on Facebook that for that reason I could see it getting around the... Well, put it this way, I could never see Zaritza doing anything other than having to come up A, the inside, or B, through the middle, and either way it wasn't going to be great unless it got a big split through the middle. I didn't think they were going to just give the race to Hugh, so I thought Soul for Song gets to the outside lane and comes straight at the fence, and that's exactly what happened, and I was stoked. The other horse that did some good things is Manazar. Now, don't quote me, I think it's 4 starts now. We backed it last start at Ipswich. It was in a very fast race up front, and it just got run down by a horse called Hard in Line. I can't remember, hit the line or something like that. Anyway, it was a bit of a victim. This is a big horse. Certainly wouldn't have planned to have been in this race, but nonetheless, Gollins entered it. It's done a terrific job, and I think they'll probably spell it soon, but I'd be keeping my eye out on Salmanazar. I think it's got some things in its favour, and it's the sort of horse that would be terrific up straight at Flemington, I thought, to my way of thinking. So anyway, here we are. We've had a reasonable outlay here, 2.75 to get back 7.31. So that was Brisbane, Eagle Farm. Let's go a very quick run through on Randwick. We lost the first. We ran second with Static Lift. It was a good run, wasn't good enough. Race 2, we backed a couple here. Look, why I wasn't on Russian Revolution was simple. Early in the betting it was 290. We decided to launch into these 3 here. And then after we'd done that, out comes Russian Revolution, gets out to 370 and about 380 or 90 on Betfair. We couldn't afford to spend, so that happens sometimes in betting, and we paid the penalty. So we've spent some money there, and we're down. We get to race 3. I said to members that Royal Engineer could be a drama. It had been away for about 6 or 7 weeks. Looked okay parading, but you can't have 7 weeks off and run around on a slow track and hope to do perfectly well. And other than that, it wasn't a big overlay. Mossman's goal was coming out of 1,000 metre races to 1,200. What do we do? I bet down. I got beaten, and by this stage we've done 6 or 7 units in Sydney, and the day's not great. Betfair goes down. We wouldn't have backed the winner there. I was quite keen on this race, but we would have got beaten by Farolitos. I mean, this was a horse I liked. Looked home. Farolitos came up the inside and got it. But so anyway, that was that. Betfair's still down. And this is a race I wasn't going to bet in anyway. I know that 100%. So I didn't mind. Betfair came back on again, and off we go. The reason I didn't do anything when Betfair's down is I get a lot of my intel off Betfair. Like, we've already got the rated prices and the comments, etc. But certain things can happen in betting, and I just read that screen well. So basically, advise members, if I can't bet, then I'm not telling you to bet. So that's what we did. Race 7, we resumed with Betfair on. It was brilliant, actually. We backed Slidini, Fig Tree, and Super Tycoon, who I'd made comments about missing the start last time it ran. It was just super, this horse. I mean, it was always looking the winner up the middle. So we've had zero point 0.7 of a unit there and got back 11 and a bit. Total spend, 2 to get back 11, and we're back in front and we're flying, and we're also doing good things in Brisbane at this stage as well. So the day's looking good. We bet in race 8, Randwick. This race here, I still can't work out for the life of me how these two horses were in the finish. I mean, Office Bearer paraded well, but either I've done something wrong here, or I don't know what's going on. But anyway, and in the last, we failed there as well. So, in a nutshell, I'll just give you a look at the day. So we've bet a total of 25.5, 34 back. We've won 8.5, 9 units. Some people would have won 7, some people would have won 10. Depends on what prices you took, you know. It's a good day anyway, about 34% on turnover. Bit of a pity. I figure we would have won about 20, 19, 18, something like that if we hadn't seen Betfair go down. But you know what? Winners are winners. I'm not going to complain. The ratings were great. The hard work pays off once again. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope that gives you some insight into not just looking at a sheet of paper and going, oh, big deal, there's a few bets there. If we explain a little bit and show you why we backed things and why we left other things alone that were overlays, it might be of some value to you. Hope it is. I've had enough. The day's been long. See you next week. Cheers.